I went and prepped all my wires for the passenger side. We're using yellow and a gray for the tweeter, and we're using gray and a blue for the mid-range. I went and put my fish under the dash so I can have access to it. I'm just gonna tape. I went and make the mid-range shorter than the tweeter. The reason why is because this one is gonna set in here and the tweeter wire is gonna come out 6-10 inches probably from the mid-range. So now we're gonna put the ends and put the speakers, and that's it.
The reason why we're running the wires from the center of the dash as opposed to from the under seat is we find it's easier just to have all our wires come to a central location, and then we will make the connection there. It's time to connect up the speaker and screw it into place. The speaker will sit down in, and then our locking ring will come on top of it. We have some very small screws, these guys right here, that are going to screw this into place. There you have it. The speaker is screwed into place. Locking ring is holding it down. The last step is to put the grill back in. And there you have it. Grill in place, speakers are in. Can't see anything from the top. Next, we need to get the tweeter put back in. Now looking at this A-pillar, there is this whole big area right here that is perfect for a tweeter. And more than likely you can take this, which is the tweeter we're using, which is the flax. We could set it right here and we could cut it in and it would be fine. It would be fine. It would do the job and it would look like there's a tweeter on there. We could also make a grill. However, there's always a budget to consider. All of that takes time. This doesn't take any time. This just looks like you cut a tweeter in it, so there's no time involved there. I'm not a fan of this. I don't really like it, so then I would want to make a grill, and that's where the budget comes in. How much is it going to take to do that compared to if I just bought the factory piece? You can typically find these, in which he did, you can find them for about 80 to 90 bucks, which is way cheaper than me building a grill here. Now the downside is that this is black, this is gray, and his handles are going to be gray instead of black, and he can replace those if he wants, but the car is two-tone anyway, so I don't think it's really going to matter much. With that though, we now have this cool factory grill installed and in place, and the only thing we have to make is the mount to take our Focal tweeter and adapt it to this area here. Nissan has made it easier by just making them two Phillips screws to get the tweeter out. The grill does not come off because it is plastic welded in place. We do have some batting on here that's going to get in the way and make it annoying, but this is the factory tweeter that would come with the fender system. It looks to be about a 1-inch tweeter. It's silk, probably an okay sounding tweeter. It's got the capacitor on it, and we're gonna of course put the TAM tweeter in there, and for the most part it's going to line right up into place just like so. What we need to do is we need to make a bracket that allows us to mount this into place just like the factory, meaning screw it down. So just like we did with our dash speaker, we need to make a cardboard template that is going to fit in this location. In the past, we've showed you where we set this on a flatbed scanner and traced it out. Fairly easy to do, but there's always more than one way to design something like this, in which case this is what we want it to look like. Another way of doing that is to just use your phone. Now this is an iPhone, and in the middle of the phone there's this X right here, and when the X lights up yellow, that means it's perfectly flat. There is some disadvantages to using your phone to take a picture, and that is the camera lens is going to shoot out like this. If you have something that is in that angle, you're going to lose that detail. That's where a flatbed scanner is a little bit more useful because it comes across like this and will pick up that detail. For this, we don't have a ton of detail in the place, so we'll just go over here until we get it nice and level. I'm going to put it right on the dot in the center of the tweeter, and we'll take the picture. Now, as we all know, I'm an Apple guy. One of the things that I like about being an Apple guy is I can now just grab this photo, go to export, and it sees my MacBook Air, tap it, and it's automatically going to send it over to my laptop, and I could immediately start working with it. I'll launch my Amadine app. It's set up for the size of my laser. I like to put the photo as its own layer. Create a circle. It is 1.577. I like to make the colors that are gonna go on top of the surface as bright as possible. Makes them easier to see. And once we've scaled the image to the size of our tweeter, we can now draw on it and create the geometry we need in order to make this a bracket. We need an arm here and a second arm located here. We want to make sure that this is thick enough so that the tweeter doesn't twist. All right, so that gives us our basic outline. Don't pay attention to the shape on the inside. Those are going to be removed. But this will give us a basic back plate that'll cover the back of the tweeter. But what I'd like to do is make something that slips over the back of the tweeter, so when it's screwed into place it kind of holds it and these wires pop up through it. We'll just spread these apart and cut them. And so to do that, we're going to copy the circle, create a new layer. We're going to paste that in place. I'm going to change the color to another bright color and then change the size just to make it a little bigger. And I need these holes here where the wire is going to come through. Right, so I know this just looks like a bunch of lines right now, but now that we kind of have the idea of what we want, now we're going to make some sense of it. I do have to do one other thing, which is add the screw holes. So now we got a whole bunch of stuff going on. All right, so now let's just watch and we will come up with a working plan. This will be the back piece here. So this will be what sits on top of the tweeter. And this will be what sits beneath it. So the two pieces will sandwich on top of one another. The first step is to make sure that this fits into place, which it does. The screw holes are good. See if the tweeter is going to fit. Well, it looks like our cardboard piece is the right size. We're gonna print this one out of some acrylic and see how it fits with the acrylic. So with the print done, the first go round, I made the back plate out of 1/8 inch and the side plates out of 1/8 inch as well. And after putting them together and looking at them, I decided 1/8 inch wasn't gonna work and I needed to use 1/4 inch. So these two will stack on top of each other just like this. And then I can glue them together and create this guy right here, which I can then remove the paper backing on both sides now that the glue has dried. The little holes, the holes here are for the speaker wire. Pulls it through. This snaps into place and then lines up with the factory studs. And there we have it. Our new Focal tweeter is mounted in place. Let's head over to the car and I'll show you what we're doing to wire these things up. Our tweeters are marked black and red, which will match up to our black and red here. And then this is designed to slide back in place. And when the speakers are all put in, this is what it will look like. I love that factory look. That way when people look in here, they won't know there's anything done. They'll just be like, oh yeah, he didn't do anything of this. Don't bother me, I'm factory.